Through the sunshine or through the rain, Austin Dillon wins this race. Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good this evening. All right, Austin Dillon apparently was going to win this race, whether it rained or whether it didn't rain. He won it in controversial fashion. Of course, the first way it was going to be controversial is he spun out or sort of moved out of the way Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric, Penske fans probably are not super happy about the move there, but he made the move. It was reminiscent of Aric Almirola at Daytona in 2018. So there was that. There is the controversy there, and there was the controversy if this race had ended under rain. Did NASCAR throw the caution in time? Some of the drivers said that they said it was raining before the lap when the caution came out, and all heck broke loose because the cars basically ran through rain. Later on, NBC played some of the audio, and hardly any of those drivers, if any, said before it started raining that there was rain. In fact, Kyle Busch said it was not raining until the lap of the caution. However, there is still going to be controversy. Was NASCAR, did they have enough spotters out there? Should NASCAR have thrown the caution before everyone wrecked? It was a big calamity. NASCAR is going to be on the hook for this one, in my opinion. Either way you look at it, whether it was their fault or not, I think a lot of people are going to look at it and say, hey, because, you know, most people's favorite driver were involved in that wreck. A lot of people are going to say, hey, NASCAR was on the hook there. I don't know what you really could have done different if, according to Kyle Busch, it wasn't raining until basically that lap happened. So I don't know what you really could have done unless you had several spotters in that corner, which NASCAR has enough people they probably could have done. So that was definitely up for debate. But let's get back to the winner of the race. Congratulations to Austin Dillon, RCR. They get 2 cars into the playoffs. They had a great race. Who knew that RCR would have 2 cars in the playoffs at the beginning of this season? So a big turnaround for that team, a team that has not always been the fastest or best in speed, but I think this is the first time that they have ever had both cars in the playoffs, so congratulations to them. Let's take a look at the top 10 and who else had a good race. Austin Dillon with the win. His teammate Tyler Reddick, an RCR 1-2 finish. So not only 2 cars in the playoffs, but they get a 1-2 finish. Austin Cindric, after getting moved out of the way, rallies to get up to 3rd place in the Penske Ford. He is in the playoffs. Good day for Landon Castle. 4th place, probably the best finish other than that rain delay for a Spire car that I'm remembering. When Justin Haley won in the 77 with that rain delay. But this is the best finish I think they've had. Other than that, Noah Gragson, Beard Oil. That car is always good at super speedways. He gets a 5th. I think that's Noah Gregson's best Cup finish. Cody Ware with his best finish ever, his first top 10. So good run for Cody Ware. BJ McLeod brings it home 7th place. 4 guys right there. Just great races for all of them. So good job for Live Fast Motorsports and BJ McLeod. Martin Truex Jr., even though he finishes 8th, got to be a disappointing day for Martin Truex Jr. He gets bumped out because there is a new winner. So we'll get to that when we talk about the points. But even though he finished 8th, got to be a disappointing day for Martin Truex Jr. He did everything he could do, though. David Reagan finishes 9th. Rick Ware with 2 top 10s there. 2 top 10s for Rick Ware. First time ever, I believe. And Kyle Busch rounds out your top 10. Good race for Kyle Busch. And that brings me to bad race. And basically, anybody who did not finish inside of the top 10 had a bad race because they were probably involved in a wreck. I know up to 13th or so, basically, those guys all were involved in wrecks and ruined their days. So basically, anybody who didn't finish inside of the top 10 had a bad day. Like I said earlier, specifically, Martin Truex had the worst day, even though he finished in 8th place, did everything he could possibly do, got a bunch of stage points, did everything he could. He almost pulled off the miracle of miracles and finished in front of Ryan Blaney in points. Came up just a little bit short. For Ryan Blaney's part, he did everything he could to help him by basically being involved in the first caution. Not his fault, but I'm just saying he almost made the miracle of all miracles happen, and I almost had to shave my head because the improbable almost happened. Ryan Blaney almost unlocked himself from being in the playoffs. So just a terrible day if you're a Martin Truex fan. So he was definitely the guy who had the worst day, and I think his bad day overshadows everybody else. Speaking of the playoffs, though, let's look at the top 16 who will be competing for the NASCAR Championship. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, Martin Truex, bump him, of course, because Austin Dillon bumped him. Christopher Bell, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Daniel Suarez, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, and of course the last man in is going to be Austin Dillon. Those are going to be the guys competing for your NASCAR championship. All right, there is a lot more to cover, including, whining about the playoffs and all this. I'm going to make probably several more videos, but I wanted to get this video out and up today. I'm not going to do a live stream today because I want to work on that other stuff. So this is going to be all I've got for you. If you made it this far, feel free to subscribe down below. If you want to leave a comment or anything like that, I will try to get to as many as I can. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.